He said, okay, that's it.
Okay.
He's quite a dangerous person, and sometimes when he gets frustrated, all he has in himself is killing. What happened is all part of the corruption. So that's the gang area up there. So they have been fighting for over 10 days now.
Like stray bullets that come up here?
Oh yes.
I'm almost certain we saw someone get killed on the streets yesterday.
You see down there? It's empty. The gas stations, they make more money on selling it on the street.
This looks a bit run down.
Oh yes, it's was slum. It's a slum area here too. And that's where one of the most notorious gang, that's his home. And believe that things should be done the American way, or the French way, or even the Canadian way. It should be done the Haitians way.
It was Columbus who first saw that distant shoreline and called it the Vale of Paradise. Today it is known as the island of Haiti.
In a region of the world where you would normally find endless, high-end, inclusive resorts and luxury hotels built on pristine, sandy beaches on tropical islands, sits a nation with a very troubled past that to this day, unfortunately finds itself on the list of the most dangerous places on our planet. Haiti, a nation of French and Creole-speaking people, has had its history ravaged by the overreachings of French and American colonization over the last 400 years, culminating in a revolt by the indigenous Haitians many years later that led to Haiti declaring its own independence in 1804 via the only successful slave revolt in our planet's history. And with its establishment in 1804, this makes Haiti the second oldest nation in the entire Western Hemisphere. Second only to, I bet you probably didn't guess it, the United States. Fast forward 200 years to present day, and political instability, regular kidnappings, massive ongoing gang wars in the capital, and a complete lack of basic infrastructure for its citizens are the unfortunate staples of this country that to this day has over half of its population living below the poverty line, where the majority of people here live off less than $4 a day. And in the first of several videos in my Haiti series, I'm going to explore this perilous but intriguing nation over the next 5 days, along with my two new friends, Alina and Alexander, along with the help of our local guide, Sean, who will take us all over the country, starting with the capital city of Port-au-Prince.
So, tonight is the night before I travel into Haiti. I am in the beach here in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, which is the country just to the east of Haiti. And I am standing here contemplating why I thought it would be a good idea to travel to Haiti in its current dilapidated state that it unfortunately finds itself in. I hired a really good guide, and I've got some other folks that are going to be traveling with me that are flying in from mainland US. Haiti, but more specifically Port-au-Prince, is probably the most dangerous place in the Western Hemisphere. There is no government. So the president was assassinated a few years ago. There are all the aid organizations and UN pulled out several years ago. There are regular kidnappings, murders, extortions, and that's not to say anything negative about the country. I'm really interested to meet the people and hear their stories because I love traveling to places that are not well traveled to, because I think the world needs to see what it's really like in as many corners of the globe as humanly possible. So I will see you all in the morning in Port-au-Prince.
In order to get to Port-au-Prince, I had to book a flight with a local airline that I had never heard of that couldn't be found online. And once we got on the plane, there wasn't hardly a soul on board. On a flight with over 200 available seats, there were only 9 passengers, including myself, making this the most deserted flight I had ever been on. And while the landscape over the Haitian countryside was exceptionally beautiful, it was unfortunately cut short when I looked out of the plane window and saw shantytown slums and plumes of smoke coming from the edge of the city. The reality of where I was going finally set in when we had the single roughest commercial plane landing I had ever experienced. For this journey, I was joined by my newly made Russian friends, Alina and Alexander, who I had met on a random Facebook group not 1 week before flying to Haiti, as well as our intrepid local guide, driver, interpreter, and fixer, Sean, who spent the next several days showing us around his country, with the first step being finding some drinking water for us to drink.
Oui, oui. Ma vie, je bois tag supermarket. Bon bidon glacé. Au de toi.
Is it safe?
Yes, this is safe.
Yeah.
There's a plastic on it.
Is the water from like the sinks okay to drink here or not?
No.
No? Okay,
No.
that's what I figured.
Don't drink the water from the sink. See those? Oh, collect sachet là dedans. Il va un sachet à soulever. Bamion. This one doesn't have the bag. Not good for you.
What's that?
Usually there's a plastic underneath, but they don't have it, so I won't take it for you. I don't want any other water to infiltrate this area.
Is your friend?
Yep.
Man, you got all the connections.
Oh yes. Welcome to Maison Dufort.
Maison Dufort?
Maison Dufort. It was actually the names of the family who owned this house. When the US occupied Haiti in 1915 and then until 1934, they kind of changed the construction codes in Haiti. And you will find the same kind of structure, there's houses in New Orleans.
Okay.
A lot of Haitians built a lot of those houses in New Orleans because, you know, New Orleans used to be occupied by the French.
Yeah, it used to be a French territory.
Until we won our independence, that the US was able to purchase it. Let's go visit that beautiful gingerbread house. I love you in.
Oh, this area is beautiful.
Come in. Welcome to my house. It feels cooler compared to how you will be outside. And those houses were built for that reason, because the high ceilings. So that brings a lot of ventilation in the house. After the earthquake, the family gave it to the government, which is focal. And now what they do art exhibitions. And this, and then also educational programs and some kind of meetings. Sometime tomorrow, this is where we're going, on top of the mountain, and even higher. And from this mountain, you will have a good panoramic view. Actually, this mountain chain is the highest mountain that we have in Haiti. Yeah. Sometimes you would hear some cases of kidnapping that is happening, but not because of this area, but the surrounding area. That you will hear some kidnapping happening. But the kidnappings is mostly happening in Port-au-Prince area. It's not something that you would hear happening in Cap or Jacmel or the outskirts of Port-au-Prince, but it's mainly in Port-au-Prince. Downtown Port-au-Prince. We're downtown Port-au-Prince right now. That's where we are. Where you're staying at Airbnb, it's in between. Yeah. You're on the border. Okay, now this is actually our palace. The presidential palace was demolished by Sean Penn. Sean Penn is the actor from the US.
Oh, that's Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Sean Penn also have an NGO which he run here called GPHOO. So this is where our palace used to be located, right in here. It used to be the most beautiful palace that you will see in the Caribbean. But then the earthquake happened, it was demolished.
Oh wow.
It's the tower called Tower 2004, which was built in 2004 to commemorate 200 years of freedom from the French. So there is 200 steps from bottom to top.
Wow.
And each step represents a year of freedom from the French.
Wow.
Ten years ago, that was, I said, 3 years after the earthquake. Yes?
It was better.
So we had the UN that was here assisting Haiti with its political system, and also the devastation that just happened with the earthquake. And also we did just open for tourism, and Haiti open for business. So there was a lot happening, and there was more life happening, and there was not that much guns on the streets. where you heard of gang activities and rival gang fights, or the kidnapping, how it is now.
But the whole city was destroyed. Also.
No, not all city. Most of the damage was done in Port-au-Prince.
Yeah.
And we should say 200,000 people died or something
Yeah.
like that. Cité Soleil is one of the worst slum area in Port-au-Prince.
It's right on the water.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when the earthquake happened. There was I think there was a similar natural disaster in the U.S. and it obviously wasn't anywhere near as bad as it was in Haiti.
Yes.
But like nothing about Haiti was being covered. Like occasionally seeing on the news, hundreds of thousands of people were killed, and it was just like a blip on the radar, and then they just went to the next story like it wasn't important. I remember thinking like, wow, that was why are they not covering this?
It's better that we step out.
Step out.
Yes. Let's be part of the community.
Lock the door.
The UN contingent will pay the young boys and the young girls to have sexual intercourse with them in some sort of way, and then they will pay them with whatever they have. The UN used to compensate those mothers, but this is not something that is continually happening. So that is why you will see a lot of homeless people here, without a home, because their homes, some of them homes were burned by gang fight, and they were forced to leave their houses. And that it just recently happened.
Oh, it did?
Yes, about 8 days ago.
Wow.
Woo.
So $1 USD for 160?
This is good.
One US.
One US for 160.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wow, you're full with money. Do you count it?
Come across the street. Those guys just cleaning his windshield and expecting to get something in return for it. But I'm not sure that's gonna happen. You asked for him to clean that?
Yeah, he said, I'm gonna clean it for you. Give me something. Okay, no problem.
He actually did clean it a little bit. That may be one of the first times I got a better exchange rate than what Google says. Usually Google is pretty accurate with the exchange rate.
Yes.
And they actually gave me more than what Google says. I know that's just like a random website, but I've used that for conversions for currency.
See, it's it's the exchange rate for now. It's 160. On the streets, it's even a little bit more.
Really?
Yes.
So is USD a viable currency?
Oh,
here in
yes.
Haiti? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I mean, we use both currencies,
Okay.
and you can even use it anywhere. The dollar and goods.
So if we went back to the grocery store or
You can use the
if I
US.
paid in USD, they would
take it.
they wouldn't look at me funny or anything.
No, they will just take it.
Which one do they prefer?
Mostly the goods.
Mostly good. Okay.
Yeah. But in the hotels, it's dollar.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're gonna take a little walk into the National Museum here in Haiti, which I didn't think I was gonna be able to see. But Sean is definitely hooking us up here with the good places.
Welcome to my beautiful museum. Our underground museum. Now that we usually have.
After spending only about 3 hours in the city, Sean was showing us the history of Haiti's most famous museum when something terrible happened.
Now this museum was built during the years of oops. Something happened. Someone just fell in the street.
Yeah, that guy's out.
They hit somebody?
I think it was that black truck that backed up. I didn't see it, but I heard a.
I heard it.
Yeah, the
Bang.
big smack.
Yeah.
But where is this truck now?
Yeah, it's here.
Here.
After we saw what was almost certainly a man being killed on the streets in Port-au-Prince, we went inside the museum and got a brief history of the local lands and the horrors that the Haitian people have had to endure over their history.
What did he say?
He said that the guy was walking on the street and then a car just hit him, and he fell. He didn't even shook, and he doesn't know that if he's going to leave or not.
Wow.
But this is our army headquarters.
Really?
Yeah. It's always happened.
So what about this area makes it? Why are the gangs concentrated here?
It's the gangsters area. Huh? Because that's where they live. We're not going in too deep. Okay. Turning around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to go any further?
I don't want to get further. We got cameras and stuff.
Okay.
They didn't know I'm coming. I didn't call them. That's where all the war is happening.
Yeah.
Come on, Leila. Pamute?
You know all these guys?
Hey! Sagila! I know some. Yes, I come here often.
Wow.
So that's the gang area up there, Bele. So they have been fighting for over 10 days now.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus.
You see down there? It's empty.
Wow. Like stray bullets that come up here?
Oh yes.
Jesus.
Let me get a little bit.
Get some fuel?
Yes. Mille combien?
Bon, c'est 5700.
Yo.
Do you mind explaining how the gas works on the street as opposed to the gas station?
What happened is all part of the corruption. It's not that there is no gas. It's that the gas stations, they make more money on selling it on the street than just selling it in the gas station.
Oh, so like those guys, do they work for the gas station then?
No, those guys are not working for the gas station, but the people who's working at the gas station, they rather sell it to those people for a higher price, and then they will sell it to us on the streets.
Okay.
Instead of just selling it to the cars that are parking it, just give it to the car so that they can make more money. Excuse me. For these guys, it's 1,000 gold per gallon. So that would be like what?
That's like $8. $8.50 almost.
Yes.
So is the price negotiated beforehand? Like you ask, like, hey, how much is it?
No, you can't negotiate the price.
Well,
with it.
so 6 months ago, the gas prices were about 200 gourd per gallon, and now they're 1,000 gourd per gallon.
Now it's 1,000 gold.
So gas prices here have gone up 500%.
Yes.
What is
In
the
6 months.
what is the reason for that?
It's all the corruptions that is happening, and also that also includes the insecurity. It's not that there is no gas. If they didn't have any gas at all, we won't have it.
Yeah.
But there is, and you can see all as we driving all around the city, you see more gallons on the streets.
Yeah.
You know, there is gas. There is enough gas. So, but the thing is, there is no gas at the gas stations. The gas stations sell it to those people to a higher price,
Wow.
so that they can sell it in the black market.
Wow.
Which means the gas stations happen to make more money than they usually make.
Wow. This looks a bit run down.
Oh yes, it's was slum. It's a slum area here too.
Yeah.
We in the ghetto.
So we've just pulled into this kind of slum area, and we're gonna go look at this Voodoo place that Sean was wanting to show us. Bonjour. What is this place?
Ah, bon, comment ça va? Ça va? Mais oui, et toi?
And that's one way to keep the kids out of in the ghetto and the gang activity. And that also helps them pay the schools. And it's a great opportunity for the kids in the area. So they have something to do instead of being in the gang activity or on the streets or not going to school.
That's my daughter. So you got
Yeah, she used to like me though. I
think so.
Sir, could you explain what voodoo is?
Voodoo is like a religion for example, Catholic, Voodoo, and Protestants, like the same thing. But and you know, when Asian people come from African, white men try to kill them, and then you just do undercover all the time with the power, not the power to fighting with the white men. That's
what does voodoo focus on?
Voodoo focus même.
Oh, for everything.
Everything.
So if you got something, someone is sick, you have to go to voodoo priest.
Okay.
And then voodoo priest call this spirit is a dambala, like snake. You see the snake? The snake represents and is like a doctor.
The snake is okay.
It's a doctor. You call the spirit snake. Snake give you some medicine. You got a good health. For example, when you go to the doctor place, you have two symbols, two snakes like that.
Yeah. Why do you know so much about voodoo?
What
you practice it?
No, sometimes not practice. It's very important you know something. All Asians have to know something in the voodoo. That's your religion, the first religion.
Yeah.
Have you been in Paris?
Yes, I have. That was in Paris?
Yes, I've been in Paris.
You shipped that all the way to
Paris?
Paris?
I got the catalog inside my house.
Wow.
I've traveled everywhere. Everywhere.
Did you make everything here?
Most is
wow.
For the big one, all the big one, that's mine.
Going upstairs here to check some more voodoo figurines. You working out, Sean?
Yes.
Your muscles are already too big. You can't get them any bigger.
Come to see something here, you see? Come to see something. The situation. Have you been African country?
Yeah.
What country, for example?
Uganda, South Africa, Namibia, Botswana.
It looks like the same with Africa.
That's not a real skull, is it?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You see the teeth?
Oh, yeah.
That's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Big already. You see?
That's an over-under shotgun.
They stole the electricity from the power grid.
Yeah.
So they don't actually pay for it. And then slowly they will put a roof on it, and that roof will be a concrete roof, perhaps. It's legal in Haiti. Yes.
It's legal in Haiti.
It's legal in Haiti, and
but they don't have documents.
It's not claimed unlegal by the government if they build a housing like that. Yeah. And the government never tells them anything. And you will see many of those houses everywhere around Haiti.
So this is the first time that on this trip that we're really getting exposed to some of the absolute poorest slums here in Haiti. The road that we drove in on was extremely sketchy with broken down vehicles littered along the side of the road and trash all over the road and some sketchy looking folks walking around, and unfortunately there are all of these like shanty towns which are pretty much favelas right on the side of the road, and it's pretty painful to see that the current state of this country is what it is, because so far everyone that we've met has been extremely nice and extremely giving, and it's sad to see what the living conditions that these people have to live in.
Taste? You want to try it?
I would like.
Oh yes.
Ooh. Is it selfish or selfish? It's a good Asian food.
Kind of traditional
it looks
Haitian
like
meal.
good.
Oh, yes.
And
The
it,
rice and beans, the red rice.
and it smells good.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, it smells good.
That seemed like one of the rougher neighborhoods that we've been through.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right down this area. I think it's, other than Cité Soleil, this would be the worst area that you will be visiting. And that's where one of the most notorious gang, that's his home.
G9, right?
No, that's Izo.
Izo?
Izo.
Izo.
Yep. He's not a part of G9, but he's one of the biggest gang that you will find in the area.
Wow.
In Port-au-Prince.
Wow.
That used to be the embassy and consulate. They build a bigger one. They have the biggest embassy built.
Does the U.S. even have an embassy here?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
The U.S. always have an embassy here.
I
They
know.
control Haiti.
I don't
The
know.
U.S. control Haiti. This is the Voodoo Hotel.
The Voodoo Hotel?
Yes.
You said this is one of the oldest hotels?
This
Or-
is one of the oldest hotels.
or
It's
the
called
oldest
Olofsson, yes. It used to be a hospital for the soldiers during the U.S. occupation 1915.
Okay.
And now it's a hotel.
So right now we're heading to lunch in, I guess, one of the oldest hotels here in Haiti, the Voodoo Hotel. You like your butt scratched? Oh, we love those.
No food?
Yeah, very seriously problem, but the food went bad.
Oh,
So
really?
they don't want
Oh,
to
man.
serve it. So we're going to the closed hotel here.
Within like the first 2 or 3 hours of being in the city, I'm almost certain we saw someone get killed on the streets yesterday. We heard like a big smack, and we didn't know where it came from. And then we looked towards the street, and there was a lifeless body just lying in the street. And then a bunch of policemen and civilians came and kind of converged around the body, and we didn't really know exactly what happened. We found out that this guy was just trying to cross the street and had been hit by a pickup, and then the pickup backed up, and people just on the streets loaded this guy's lifeless body into the back of this pickup, and then it drove off. And that was quite sad to see. And yeah, this guy got hit, and he was not moving after he was hit, and it was not good.